Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a brand new PowerPoint animation effect that doesn't exist. We all know that PowerPoint has some built-in animation effects. For example, fly in, wipe, boomerang, float, and some more. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to make a brand new animation effect that doesn't exist in this list. What are you talking about? How is this even possible? Well, watch this. I'm going to add a compress animation effect to this text box. And I'm going to save this file to my desktop. Okay. And next, I'm going to open up PowerPoint 2010. This version is 11 years older than the current version I'm using, which is 2021. And in PowerPoint 2010, you can see that when you go to animations, more entrance effect, there's no compress in this list. There's no compress animation in this list. So does that mean PowerPoint 2010 just simply doesn't support this effect at all? Actually, no, it does support it. Watch this. I'm going to open this .pptx file that I just saved. It has the compress animation set to the title text box. Open. And now, watch the magic happen. Click. And whoa! PowerPoint 2010 actually played the same animation just fine. The same as the later version does. How did Microsoft manage to pull off this incredible forward compatibility trick in Microsoft PowerPoint? How did they manage to do that? Well, actually, behind the scenes, in places that you normally don't see, all PowerPoint animations are composed of multiple tiny components. I will call them parameters from now on. For example, the compress animation is composed of 3 parameters: a width change, a height change, and a fade out filter. Together, these 3 parameters make up this one compressed animation. So even though PowerPoint 2010 don't natively support this compressed animation, but since it used the same animation parameters, it can just read these animation parameters and play the same animation just fine, the same as the later version does. So now the question is, can we travel forward in time and make a PowerPoint slideshow using PowerPoint 2050 and bring that file back in time and play it in the latest version nowadays, which is 2021? Will 2021 play the same animation as shown in PowerPoint 2050, even though it doesn't natively support them? Well, if PowerPoint 2050 still uses the same animation parameters as in PowerPoint 2021, then, as what we just discussed, it should be able to still play these effects just fine. Now, is it possible to make these animation effects when PowerPoint 2050 doesn't exist yet? Now, let me introduce you to Motion Go. This is a very powerful plugin that is by far as as far as I know, the only plugin that allows you to edit these animation parameters. Unfortunately, it's available in Chinese only, so if you can't read Chinese, you might need to Google Translate some of the strings in its interface. And yeah, I have already done a Google search for any English translation of this plugin. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any. Probably we will have one someday in the future, but for now, this is what we got to work with. Yeah, it might not be the most pleasant experience ever, but come on, it's at least better than nothing, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a float left animation. We know that PowerPoint already have float up and float down, but it doesn't have float left and right, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to click this icon in Motion Go, and come over here. We can see that the float up animation is actually composed of 3 components: an X coordinate change, a Y coordinate change, and a fade out filter. Let's take a look at this. So we can see that the X coordinate change is from PPTX to PPTX, which in other words is doesn't change at all. Now let's look at the Y coordinate. The Y coordinate changed from PPTY plus 0.1 to PPTY. So to make a float left effect, we first need to make the Y coordinate not change at all. So PPTY to PPTY. And we're going to edit the X coordinate to PPTX plus 0.1. And this we didn't change. So now it's from PPTX plus 0.1 to PPTX. So this should make the text appear on the right side and slowly move to the left. And at the same time, it will fade out. So let's try this, shall we? Let's see how this looks. Oh wow, would you look at that? A float left effect in vanilla PowerPoint. We have done it. This float left effect doesn't exist in PowerPoint 2021. Even the latest version, it doesn't have this. But we just made it. We just made our own animation that doesn't exist in PowerPoint. And the best thing is, since PowerPoint started using the same animation parameter system since PowerPoint 2007, we can actually play this this slideshow in PowerPoint 2010, even though PowerPoint 2010 also doesn't have the float left effect. Now watch this. The float left effect shows up just fine in PowerPoint 2010, the same as the later version does, even though both of them doesn't have this animation natively, which is pretty cool. So this is the end of this video. I'm really excited to see what else you can create with this feature in Motion Go. Tell me more in the comments. See you in the next one.